Welcome back. Now let's turn to that story of ODM where 6 months after the so-called Men in Black invaded the party's election, a new rows erupted in the party. Earlier today, the party was fighting to stem what is emerging as a war of words in the party. ODM is now blaming the media for allegedly creating a rift within its ranks. ODM party leader Raila Odinga says he enjoys cordial relationship with Budalangi Member of Parliament Ababu Namwamba, and that Ababu did not discredit the party or its leader in any way. The party has been working on thin ice since the Bangalore election, in which Ababu was running for the post of Secretary General. And now joining us in the Niketian News Center is Executive Director of the ODM Party, Margarer Langat. Welcome to us, sir.
Thank you.
Now, the party leader, Raila Odinga, was stemming those reports saying there is no rift in the Orange Party, but there have been other reports that there is a plan that is underway to kick you and the Budalangi MP Ababu Namwamba out.
And Macu, there were not only two factions, there were other people who were not aligned to either Ababu or Zani in terms of the whole issue. And also they count when it comes to trying to harmonize, if we have to forge a way so that the party can be able to move forward.
Well, taking you back to Kasarani, there have been some reports that some leaders or persons who are aspiring to be leaders in that election know something, a thing or two about the so-called Men in Black. Well, is that something that is viable?
I would say it's common knowledge. I mean, all these people who you can see their pictures over and over are people who are very known. They are well known within the circles of the party, and at times we have used some of them to provide some, some sort of security or ushering responsibilities within the party. As to how now they were able to turn and do the thing they did is what we hoped that maybe the task force was going to unravel. But ideally, this is really something that's within the party, and I am not sure whether it's uncommon, because sometimes, within the political circles, people can have issues, people can have, people can take sides. Yeah.
Is ODM likely to move away from this incident?
When I came to the secretariat, I really wanted to have something, a party that has a good image, rebuilding the party, rebranding the party, and repackaging it also in preparation for the forthcoming elections. I haven't succeeded, and I've told you there are issues that that surround a number of members within the party who have various interests. Of course, you know, the secretariat leadership and also the party leadership has everything to do with how an election benefits those people who operate within the system.
So you're going to hold those elections?
We hope the only way out I see, if there is harmonization, business cannot achieve what we think it could achieve, then the only way out would be probably to go into those elections.
Now, taking you back finally before I let you go to that, you know, those reports or rumors about you and Ababu being kicked out. Now,
yes.
Ababu is obviously a tremendous figure in Western Kenya, and just last month we saw Gideon Mungaro being kicked out as the court chief whip, and these allegations these utterances that have been made concerning Ababu Namwamba's campaigns and him not being able to fund the campaigns have also angered some coast leaders like the governor. Now, is ODM flirting with a dangerous possibility of losing these two key support blocks, so that is coast and western?
Yeah, definitely. You know, when the Rift Valley decided to take a walk, the same story was heard. There are hardliners within us, you know, but we have been trying to accommodate, you know, various feelings that we have within the party and interests. But the truth of the matter is there are people, there are hardliners, there are those who think that you can always do without others, and that's how we lost Rift Valley, and eventually that's how it affected our performance in the last election. What is happening also, we also see, you know, we are in an arrangement called a code coalition, and within this code coalition, the political parties within forming the coalition also are competing. So you sometimes also not rule out the possibility of some little interference here and there. For example, if you look at Western, that is where the war is being taken to. And you know, Western, we have the prominence of Ford Kenya and ODM. Nearly, I believe, even ODM has a bigger chunk of Western. But you see, our partners believe that naturally the Ford Kenya zone is a Western zone. So those are some of the issues which seems to be playing, you know, in the play within the current situation. And I want to say that personally, I really also get offended when people brand others malls and it's not really good, and even in terms of mobilizing resources to finance, people are politicians.
Are you a mall? Somebody has said that.
I'm not so sure if I'm a mall. For all I know is that I'm an ODM member and ardent supporter of ODM. And you remember, I even made a sacrifice in my area, you know, against the wave of URP, and I stood for the party.
Thank you.
So I couldn't have been a mole.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Margarer Langat, Executive Director of the Orange Democratic Movement, just speaking to us. Always a pleasure talking to him. Many thanks for staying with us here on KTN Prime. We'll take another quick break, and when we come back, Linda will be bringing you the latest in business. Stay with us.